Hello and welcome to highlights of the first day of the second Commonwealth Bank Test match between Australia and Pakistan from the MCG in Melbourne. 7 days ago, we saw the first Test match between these two sides come to a close after a remarkable few days under the Brisbane lights. So Pakistan falling just 39 runs short of what would have been a world record run chase. But it was Australia who went 1-0 up in the series. So to today, and the start of the traditional Boxing Day unchanged side from the game in Brisbane, while Pakistan made one change with right-arm seamer Sohail Khan replacing Rahat Ali to give more variety to their bowling attack. Coming up, we'll get the thoughts of Michael Vaughan, Marcus North and Graham Swan. Certainly Australia's first session there. Pakistan going to lunch at 60-for-2 from 26 overs. Azhar not out still on 26. 23 for Baba and Sami first to go as well. Big wicket for Josh Hazlewood there on the stroke of lunch. Lyon gets one wicket, got the first wicket of the day. What did you make of the first session, Michael Vaughan?
Attritional.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a bit of old school Pakistan, just trying to set the foundation without taking any risk. Didn't take enough risk or didn't assert themselves on the bowler quite as much. I think if you're trying to set that long foundation for the big score, sometimes you've got to be careful that you don't go into your negative shells. And Australia bowled well, they put the ball in the right area, good channels, but I just thought Pakistan weren't quite busy enough.
The intention was there though from Misbah al-Haq, won the toss, put them into bat, and we thought, let's have a bat, let's put a big score up the MCG Boxing Day Test, and it didn't quite pay off, did it?
No, I think their mindset was still at the Gabba. I think that they were successful because they just had the bat time. They nearly record run chase, and I think team meeting they've probably gone, let's just bat like we did at the Gabba. They didn't really adjust to the conditions of the new Test match at the MCG, and their negative kind of approach kind of played in the Australians' hands.
Let's not discount the fact that Australia bowled very well, and a nice wicket for Nathan Lyon as well.
Well, that's right. I like to think the Aussie bowling was actually the reason Pakistan couldn't get away. Yes, they were looking to negate the swing and seam early on, but Australia didn't bowl any loose stuff. Good captaincy from Smith as well to bring Lyon on. It wasn't long into the first session there when he got a go, and a wicket with his third ball as well. And there's this huge thing that the whole crowd were going to shout bowling Gary or something like that on his third ball, this world record attempt that they were going on about. But and would you believe it, he actually got a wicket. So, yeah, good on him.
Well bowled Gary, let's say that. 60-for-2 at lunch then. So that Younis Khan wicket, a big blow for Pakistan after a partnership of 51 for the third wicket had put the visitors in some control. After the break, we'll have more of the action from the MCG. Welcome back to highlights of the first day of the second Test between Australia and Pakistan. Just a reminder, we've plenty of Big Bash cricket for you on BT Sport this week as well, starting shortly at 8 a.m. actually, over on BT Sport 2 with the Hobart Hurricanes versus Melbourne Stars. Then tomorrow, it's the Sydney Sixers versus Perth Scorchers. That's also at 8 a.m. Wednesday, we have Sydney Thunder versus Brisbane Heat. Thursday, it's Melbourne Renegades versus Perth Scorchers. And to cap off the week on Friday, it's Brisbane Heat versus Hobart Hurricanes. All exclusively live on BT Sport 2. But back to the action at the MCG. Oh, well, Shane Warne cursed it. It did get a lot heavier. So that was mid-afternoon. They took an early tea. The rain got worse. The full covers came on and they stayed on. They had a little inspection, but really there was no let-up. And what's happened to the Aussie summer? Marcus North. I mean, we had it better weather over here. Might as well play this at Headingley. Anyway, it was a shame, real shame, because that was the end of day one. The day was abandoned early. 50 overs bowled, 142 for 4. Pakistan finished at stumps. Shafiq not out on 4, Azhar not out on 66. And a good day for the Australian bowlers. No wickets for Stark. Hazlewood with 1 wicket, Bird with 2, and 1 for Lyon. He got the first wicket of the day. So there you go. That was how day one ended. After the break, we'll review all the action from the day and look ahead to day 2. And that's the end of day one then. 142 for 4 Pakistan finished up on. 50.5 overs bowled in the day, and rain affected. It was curtailed really due to some really horrible, mucky Boxing Day weather in Melbourne. Azhar not out on 66 and Shafiq not out on 4. They'll resume tomorrow, and of course we're live on BT Sport 2 at 10:55 p.m. tonight. BT Sport 3, correction. 1 wicket for Hazelwood, 2 for Bird and 1 for Lyon. So it really was Australia's day today, Michael Vaughan, wasn't it?
Yeah, they bowled nicely. They always put the Pakistan batsmen under pressure. I thought the disciplines was very, very good. Bit of nibble in the pitch, particularly when the clouds started to arrive before the rain. Jackson Bird was excellent, just got the ball moving either way. Sammy Haslam played a poor shot to the off-spin Nathan Lyon. The other 3 dismissals, I thought it was through some high-quality seam bowling. It's a bit static at the crease against the seam. He doesn't look like he's got too many scoring options. Against the spinners, off-spin in particular, he'll whack them all day. But against the seamers, he just looks like he's struggling for rhythm.
Yeah, the Aussie bowlers bowled a lot of overs in Brisbane on that last day, that epic run chase, and they didn't seem too tired today. They seemed pretty good.
Yeah, I think the cool change in Melbourne helped. They were very disciplined today. I thought at times they might have looked like they bowled within themselves, but you know, they were working as a group. I thought they added pressure from both ends. There's no doubt there would have been a few guys worried once the day started and wicket looked pretty flat, wasn't doing a lot, and they might have been thinking, oh, it might be a long day on the dirt for us again following the last day in Brisbane. But they stuck to their guns really well, and they just maintained that pressure and deserved the breakthroughs they got.
Aussie captain Steve Smith had come under a lot of pressure from various writers and ex-cricket captains. And so what do you think of his performance today, Michael?
Very good. I mean, to bring on Nathan Lyon was probably one of the questions in Brisbane, why he didn't bowl him as much as he should have done. He turned to him soon today, whether he's had the chat with some ex-captains or just with the coach, or maybe it was just this moment, this nice Gary, this big shot that was supposed to happen at the MCG with Nathan Lyon's 3rd ball. Well, the 3rd ball got the wicket. So, you know, he had a smart day, Steve Smith. I thought he played the cordon. I think on days one, on pitches like that's just doing a little bit. You play the chord and you start with 3 slips in the bat. Well, you take one out and put one into mid-wicket or onto the drive that's short extra cover, and then you bring one back in if you get another wicket. So I thought he did a good job on day one. It wasn't a stressful day for the captain, I have to say. It was quite an easy day for him.
But a great day for Nathan Lyon, and great for him to get a wicket and build his confidence. And Swanee, you've been taking a bit of a closer look at him today.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it was a great day for him, because he is low on confidence, and you can see by the way he bowls why he's low on confidence. Steve Smith doesn't trust him to bowl those tight overs, to go at 2.5 and over, maybe 3 and over.
Kind of stop ball, he bowls it and it drifts into the right hander and then spins in. I think he's finding it really difficult to get it outside the off stump, and if it's just slightly straight, it's just angling in, it's sometimes swinging in, and then it's going again with the spin, so it's just always easy. How can he change that? How could he get the ball shaping away?
Technically it's called going past the vertical. It's when your arm goes straight up in the air. If you're bowling well, bowling off spin, your arm will be slightly to the right hand side, if that makes sense. And when you bowl the ball, try and get it outside off stump, it will swing, it will curl away and then go back in. If your arm is the other side of that vertical line, if it's slightly to the left, you end up pushing the ball. So you don't turn it as much, and it will just drift in and go the other way. So when he gets it right, we saw the couple of balls that were outside off stump. They do drift away, and they cause a lot of problems outside off stump. When he doesn't, they're very easy to milk. And because he's low on confidence, he's very easy to milk. So he's gone at 4 and over, which is not what you want on day one.
Now, this might be a silly question, and forgive me, but do you think he knows what he should be doing right, or is it a lack of confidence that's stopping him from doing that?
Oh, he knows what he wants to do. He's got over 200 test wickets. He can bowl. He's a very good bowler. I'd love to go back and look at some footage 3 or 4 years ago when he was really bowling well, bowling very tightly, to see whether he's always drifted it in, or whether he has it in him to bowl and drift it away consistently, because he's certainly not the bowler he has been for Australia over the last 2 or 3 years.
Well, I think he's changed his tactics a little bit. I feel that when Nathan Lyon was bowling really well, he wouldn't be searching for wickets. Certainly on day one, I reckon a lot of times he would start around the wicket to the right-hander, and I think that's where he felt he had his control, where he could build that pressure. At the moment, you're seeing him start over the wicket a lot. Maybe he's searching for those wickets, searching to make sure he stays on before Smithy takes him off. So, you know, my memory serves me, he did bowl those tight spells and do the job, but I think he did a lot around the wicket.
OK. Frustrating day for the fans at the MCG. Let's get back out there and hear from Ali Mitchell, and she's with Waqar Younis.
Well, Pakistan did opt to have a bat first today, but they're 4 down at the end of a rain-curtailed day. Waqar, what did you make of the way the Pakistan batsmen went about their business?
Look, I thought they started really well. I thought winning toss was pretty crucial, and Misbah winning the toss and a brave decision, batting first. Normally you don't hear that from a subcontinent team coming here in Australia and taking a bat on a pitch where there's grass and there's a bit more at offer. But I thought Pakistan started off really well. But then because Pakistan plays so slowly at times, and then really have to pay at the end, because Pakistan lost wicket, Babar Azam's wicket was very crucial just before lunch, and then of course the two veterans losing their wickets, Pakistan on the back foot now.
Is that scoring rate a problem? Is it simply because they lost wickets just as perhaps batsmen might have started to get going?
Look, this problem has always been there, but probably in subcontinent or playing in UAE, this problem does not hurt that much. But over here, there's always a chance, there's always a delivery which will get you out. So you got to make sure that if the bad ball or if a loose ball comes at you, you got to cash in, which I think Pakistan missed out on several times. Azhar Ali once again, still out there fighting hard. Now Asad Shafiq there, so they have to really put up another partnership to get back into the game.
I think the fact that it is Shafiq is one of the batsmen out there. He played so well the second innings in Brisbane will really mean Pakistan feel quite positive about going into day two.
Yeah, I think he will play the way he plays. He played really well in the last game, and he was very positive about how he went about it. So I think if he goes the same way the way he plays, and I think Azhar looks really good. Azhar looks very compact. So partnership is required, and also the tail end has got to wag again. They have to really come to the party once again.
At what point, though, do Younis and Misbah need to start contributing heavily with the runs?
Look, from the last game, which didn't happen, they look totally out of colour. They look struggle. So, I don't really know. They need to come and start scoring for Pakistan. Otherwise, things are looking a little gloomy for them.
Well, it's certainly gloomy at the MCG today with the rain curtailing proceedings. Pakistan will come out 4 wickets down tomorrow and have a lot more batting to do.
Yeah, Waqar really talking about, echoing what we were saying really about them scoring very slowly and it being quite slow progress today. But there was one shining light for Pakistan. He's scored over 1,000 runs in this calendar year. It's Azhar Ali. Let's have a look at his innings. 66 not out. He'll resume tomorrow, or later tonight, I should say. And it was slow progress, sure, 138 deliveries, but he's still there.
Well, as you expect, opening up on day one, the ball's moving around a little bit, so he missed a little bit early. But look, like you said, he's 1,000 runs in a calendar year. Only 11 test matches he's brought those 1,000 runs up. A bit of a false shot there, but he's continuing his form on. He played a really good innings in Brisbane, and he's one of the guys fighting it out. We heard Dave Watmore talk about his work ethic behind the scenes at training. He works so hard at his game. And for him to come into these kind of foreign conditions in Australia, the Gabba, now the MCG, he's there at 66 not out and doing a job for Pakistan.
And he's got a lot of work to do tomorrow as well, because the two big hitters, Misbah al-Haq and Younis Khan, have gone.
Yeah, this is a key partnership. Shafiq's in tremendous form after his century in the first Test match. Then you've got the wicketkeeper Sarfraz Ahmed, who likes to play a few shots. And he's down to the lower order batsmen. So I think
what
the next
two.
What does
Sohail bring to the batting?
Sohail doesn't bring a lot. I don't think he's got his own kit.
Well, we look forward to that tomorrow. It's going to be a little highlight for us. All right, let's head back to the MCG. And Ali is now with the pick of the Aussie bowlers today, Jackson Bird.
Well, a little bit of a frustrating day all round for day one of this Boxing Day Test match, but we've got Jackson Bird with us. He grabbed 2 wickets and 2 big wickets as well, Jackson, but very frustrating with the rain.
Yeah, it's disappointing the rain to set in. 60-odd thousand people here probably wanted to see a good afternoon of cricket. So, yeah, disappointing, but hopefully tomorrow the sun will be shining and, we can, take a few early wickets.
Did you feel at the point when the rain came down that you had some momentum going there with the ball?
Yeah, I think so. I think the wicket probably started to do a little bit after it got a bit of water on it from the rain. So I suppose it's a bit disappointing in that respect that we went off. But like I said, I think the first hour tomorrow is going to be pretty crucial for us. If we can get a couple of early wickets, it'll be good. Good to get the momentum in our way, and it'll get us right on top in this game.
How is this pitch playing? Is it as quick as you'd normally expect an MCG wicket to be?
Not really. I think you really got to bowl the ball into the wicket, and I guess you have to bowl the right length, but you have to hit the wicket really hard if you want to get anything out of it. I think it's probably going to get pretty good to bat on in the next couple of days, and then it might, go up and down towards the end of the game. So I think this first innings is going to be crucial.
It must have been particularly pleasing for you to dismiss Younis in the way that you did, stumps splattered.
Yeah, it's always nice, I suppose, nip one through the gate, but there's a little bit of an inconsistent spell from me, so it was nice to, I suppose, get a couple of wickets late in that spell, but like I said, it's always nice to nip one through the gate.
So early wickets the key for you tomorrow, but how threatening is Azhar Ali looking, being as set as he is at the moment?
Yeah, look, he batted really well today. He's pretty patient with the new ball, and then once the ball got a little bit softer and didn't really do as much, he was pretty attacking throughout the middle of the day. So, so he's going to be a big wicket for us tomorrow. So hopefully we can just tie him down and like I said, get him out quite early tomorrow.
Well, best of luck with that, Jackson. Thanks very much for speaking to us in the rain.
No worries. Cheers.
That fly giving Ali Mitchell a nice moustache there. OK, bowled well, didn't he, Jackson Bird, today?
Yeah, he was the pick. I mean, he went for a few more. His economy wasn't quite what Stark and Hazelwood's was, but I think it's because he bowled a fuller length. I think he enticed the drive. He went for the glory ball towards the end there to try and pitch one on leg stump to hit off stump. But, I think he's a quality app for Australia. He's consistent and he gets the ball moving around.
What do we think for tomorrow then, Marcus? What will be a good score for Pakistan?
Well, I think they should be looking to get 300 plus. I know they've got a bit of work to do. Azhar and Shafiq are very good players. Sarfraz is next to come in. He scores at a good rate normally. Aussie's going to have to be at the best. The ball's going to be pretty soft. It's 50 overs old. But I'm backing Aussies to get a few early breakthroughs.
Hopefully not too much rain tomorrow. What are your thoughts on that tomorrow?
Well, I hope there's no rain whatsoever. But Pakistan know the next three batsmen have got to do all their batting because they've got a very long tail. And as Warnie says, Sahel brings nothing to the party with a bat.
So that's it for a truncated first day of this second test match between Australia and Pakistan. Join us for live action of day two from the slightly earlier time of 10:55 with play getting underway at 11 p.m. tonight. And then we've got highlights of all the best bits of the action from 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And don't forget, there's also loads of big bash action for you on BT Sport 2 over the next few days as well. So we'll see you tonight where hopefully the Melbourne weather will, just be okay and we can have an Australian summer proper.